hooks into him, his life may as well be over.
Dimitri, maybe you'd like to tell us why we should care about this at all.
Anton is one reason I would like to get rid of Kendall.
So what did you threaten her with? Canceling her book club? She's already behind bars.
Yeah, which means for the next few weeks, she's a captive audience. After that, no one has a chance of getting her to listen.
I realize that, Dimitri, which is why right now...
Look, I didn't threaten her. I made her an offer that most people wouldn't have been able to refuse.
You bribed her?
I offered her a healthy incentive to leave town.
Dimitri, are you insane?
No, Jack. I happened to be desperate. I thought a lot of cash was a bargain for
Yeah,
her.
well, you've also just sabotaged your wife again.
Oh, come on, let's not get
What are you
carried
talking
away.
about?
Right now, Trevor is out of Greenbrier trying to warm Kendall up to the idea of testifying for us again. If this jury comes in with a guilty verdict, we are going to need that testimony.
There was no bribe. Kendall turned down my offer.
I don't care if she spat in your face. If the district attorney hears about this, Erica's chances of appeal are dead in the water.
Kendall tormented my stepdaughter, wreaked havoc with my wife. If you can't see why I want Kendall out of town, I'm not going to explain it to you.
Is that you are a pompous, self-centered moron.
It's enough, Jack.
What is your problem anyway? You're so busy running everybody else's lives that you ignore the woman you married. Is it just because you like to throw your weight around and you don't care who it flattens or what?
That's it. Really, that is enough now. You're overreacting. Dimitri, I certainly understand why you would like to save Anton. That is who you are. When you love someone, you protect them.
Not well enough. I'm sorry, Erica. I never meant to hurt you, ever.
Well, let's just hope that arrogant fool hasn't ruined any chances that Trevor had.
Gosh, how thoughtful. You drove all the way up here just to keep me abreast of Erica's legal progress? You knew I'd be worrying, and you didn't want me to lose any sleep.
We might need you again.
For what?
If we go back to trial to get up on the stand and tell the truth.
I did that once. Boy, how that paid off.
Your lies is what got you here.
Gee, you know, I would love to make Erica's day, but let me think about this for a second. First, I lied, and I was a free woman. Then I told the truth, and they locked me up. Now, I've never taken any courses in logic, but even a lab rat learns to avoid more pain.
You're already doing time for perjury. You won't have to go on trial for that again.
I have your word on that, do I?
Yes, you do. It's the law. You can check on it.
Maybe I'll just call Erica and have her research it for me. She's the most reliable person I know. I can count on her every time to do me in.
She could tell you the same thing 10 times over.
I put my life on the line to save her hide.
Well, you're the reason it needed saving in the first place.
Erica stabbed her husband in the chest. And then she stabbed me in the back. She's the one who put me here. An evil witch enjoyed doing it.
You're lucky after the stunts you pulled, she didn't do more.
You should have seen the look on her face when she told me she'd set me up. She was so smug she was glowing. I am never going to forget that look as long as I live. And I'll never stop hating her for it.
Well, in that case, your life's not going to be worth squat.
I'm not afraid of Erica. There's nothing she can do to me that she hasn't already done.
She doesn't have to lift a finger. You're banging yourself pretty good up on your own.
Spare me the New Age homilies, Trevor.
Oh, come on. What are you talking New Age? You're looking at a dinosaur here. What do I know from New Age? We're talking about real age, here and now.
Like you've had lots of experience with revenge-crazed harpies.
Bingo, you got that right, Toots.
I'm sure.
Hey, you think you've been had? You don't know the half of it. I've hated people so much that I've wanted to pull their brains right out of their nostrils. But I got through that, kid. It wasn't easy. But I woke up.
Well, I guess that makes you a superior being.
No, but I do have a life. Which is some work you can do on yourself, kid. Grow up. Give it up. Your life ain't gonna be worth a rat's rear if you don't learn how to forgive.
Oh, there you are. Where'd did you disappear to? The cook was wandering around with your lunch on a tray.
Oh, I'm sorry, Peg. I forgot to buzz. You look nice. You going out?
I thought I'd catch a whiff of the first spring breeze, meet a few friends, have a meal.
Yeah, well, you have fun. Wear a coat, though. Doesn't know that it's spring out there yet.
Well, you care to join me?
No thanks.
Care for me to cancel?
What for?
Well, this is a lovely old house when it's alive with people. Empty. It's a windy bar.
I've spent a lot of time here alone, Peggy.
Well, I spent a lot of time in the nursing home. That doesn't mean I enjoyed it.
Ah, but I like my solitude, remember? Used to be a running joke around here.
Well, it used to be.
I'm gonna be fine. Don't worry.
Well, you could fool me. I've seen sunnier faces in a funeral parlor.
Well, there's not a lot to be sunny about.
That's exactly my point.
Yeah, but one part of my life is over, the next part hasn't begun yet. I just have to get used to things being the way they are for a while before I can move on.
How can you ever move on when you still want what you have?
Dimitri wasn't even allowed to finish a sentence. I've never seen you behave so badly.
Well, maybe I've just gotten a little tired sitting around and watching him run your life for you. But that man is so full of himself, he's downright dangerous.
Dangerous?
Don't forget, this little Prince Charming of yours is the one who charged off to find Richard Fields. He's the same one that volunteered to help the prosecution. If he cared about you 1/10 as much as he cares about himself, you would never have gone to trial.
Jack, I did stab him. Now, don't you think most people would be just a little bit miffed? And what about taking responsibility for my own behavior? Isn't that what you always told me? Wasn't that your line? I mean, what happened to you, Jack? What's going on? What is going on with you? Look, what you said to Dimitri, the way you treated him, you were way out of bounds.
Okay, if I was out of line just now, I apologize for that. But isn't it nice to know that at least somebody cares?
Jack, I think you care too much.
Wonderful. Sermonette on forgiveness. What do you know about it? The worst thing anyone's ever done to you is steal your parking space.
Wake up, kid. You think this jail thing is the bottom of the barrel? I got news for you. The dregs are when you want to kill somebody so bad, you don't even want to gum up their life anymore. I used to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning every day with a new improved homicide plan. I used to blow off so much steam on people I hate, I had nothing left for the people I love.
That's really nice, but unfortunately no one in my life fits that description.
And no one ever will. Not until you give this up. Forgive, Erica. Let it go.
So you're hostility-free? Brimming over with positive energy? People you once hated are now on your Christmas card list?
The bluebird of forgiveness, I am not, no. But I'll tell you something, I try. And some days I almost get there, and some days, very rarely, I do get there. Whoa, ho, ho! There goes the Sistine Chapel. Hey, let me help you there. Yeah, watch out for the blue. You need a lot of blue for the sky. So how many cans of blue paint did this guy drop? He's painting the Sistine Chapel. He's there on his back, turning the ceiling into the heaven and the earth. Hey, carry on in the great tradition.
That was a really great forgiveness speech. But do you know what I did when Erica sashayed down to the jail to tell me she'd set me up? I got down on my knees, Trevor, and I begged her to forgive me. I pleaded with my mother to have mercy on me. But she walked out without a backward glance. You want me to forgive my mother? Well, not until she forgives me. But I wouldn't hold your breath, because that's going to be a long, long time.
When I care about somebody, I care all the way. I don't measure friendship.
Jack, there's more than friendship going on here. You know that.
Yeah, there is. There's still a spark. Is that bad?
Jack, my life is in a shambles. My marriage is over. My business isn't mine anymore. My freedom may be the next thing that goes.
And I'm married to somebody else.
And Jack, you're not acting like it.
Peggy, a marriage doesn't end just because you say so on paper. It takes time for the feelings to die.
Then why barrel ahead with the divorce?
Just because it's hard to let go doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. It just means that it will take a while and that it
Hurts.
Yes.
Why can't you and Erica give it another try?
Because we're past the point of no return.
Who says? A couple of divorce lawyers? Since when do you and Erica let other people call the shots? Ah, Dimmy, remember how it used to be? The fun, the laughter, dinners on the terrace, music wafting in through the French doors, you and Erica sipping wine, watching the sunset, Bianca swinging her legs over the ledge.
It's gone.
Well, get it back. Fix it. Don't throw your hands up and slink off into the night.
It's too late.
By whose law? Look, you can hang around here for the next decade, or you can shove your pride in your pocket and get your family back.
Sometimes it's better to leave well enough alone.
Oh, spoken like a true Marick. Old man Hugo be proud. And heaven knows pride was his best defense. You want to end up like him?
What is that supposed to mean?
A sad, lonely old man whose bitter pride kept him from doing what he knew was right. Why do you suppose he never embraced Edmund? Why do you have to stash a letter in the wall? He was too proud to speak his feelings out loud. Hugo had to wait until he died to claim his own son.
Hugo. That's who you're thinking of. The old tyrant. You're afraid the boy you love grew up to be his father.
I saw the old man throw a bowl of soup across the room just because it was seasoned properly. I remember hiding under the table in the kitchen, listening to him scold my parents like children. My papa would always hang his head. Mama's face would flash beet red.
Corvina, you see me throwing any bowls of soup? I'm Hugo's son. It's not in the blood.
Dimitri's mother was the countess. Your mother was the maid.
I know. That's why you should listen to me. If Demetri was a pompous jerk, I'd be the first to tell you.
Dimitri is a wonderful man. Your son couldn't ask for a kinder father.
Corvina, my mother died without telling me who my real father was. And my father, well, he died before I found out who he was, too. I never had a chance to hash it out. She didn't mean to, but she cheated me. Please don't do that to your son. Or Demetri. Did you know that Demetri was married before and his wife lost a baby? Yeah. They never had another child.
And his second wife has a little girl by a previous marriage, and Dimitri adores her. I mean, he still talks about his stepdaughter.
He bought her a pony. And he took her out every day for rides. And he decorated her room just like a princess. And he did it in secret so he could surprise her.
He still regrets that he didn't have any children.